Hello, folks. So, welcome to part 5 of exploring Godot engine. So, this is part of my exploring Godot engine series, and I'm in the main game scene part wherein I was actually um, stuck a bit over here, wherein I was sleepy. Interestingly, I'm a bit sleepy even now, but I'm still gonna try this out. Or else I'll never get to it. I'll be like, I don't have time. So I'm gonna just give it a go. Let me just test my microphones. 1 to 3. Cool. Where were we? Okay, so we were looking at the timers, basically the score timer, start timer, basically where are the meanings for these? One moment. I'm seeing meaning of these. Anyways, so okay, I think this is the first page where they mention the timers, or is it this? Yeah, this one. Cool. So the mob timer is to control how often mobs spawn, new mobs are spawn, and all that. To increment the score every second and all that. So score timer, and then to give a delay before starting is the start time. Um, so we have implementation for on score timer, timeout, start timer. For mob timer, one moment. Let me go to mob.grid. So, okay, not mob.grid. I'm sorry. Main dot, not grid, sorry, main dot GD. So mob timer, it's pretty cool that it has all been like connected. So for example, if I choose the main scene and click on the mob timer, you can see that it's connected over here. For example, if I go here and then click on this, it will go here. And then for the score timer, it will go here. So you can see the highlight. And then you can also see how the start timer is over here. So, and this for game over when the hit signal comes up. Cool. So now on mob timer, what we're doing is this, right? We'll create a mob instance, pick a random starting location along the path 2D. Okay. There is a mob path. I think this is a path 2D. Let me see. I believe this is a path 2D. Your type is path 2D. Type is path follow 2D. Cool. So, and set the mob in motion. The path follow 2D node will automatically rotate as it follows the path. Okay. So we'll use that to select the mob's direction as well as its position. Okay. When we spawn a mob, we'll pick a random value. Okay. So 152 or for how fast we. So yeah, it moves at different speeds. We spoke about this. So we have to add new instance to the scene using add child. Okay, so here is the interesting part, right? So I'm going to copy paste this. I mean, copy pasting is not interesting, but then the code over here is interesting. So let me save this off. So here you can see we say mob scene dot instance. So before recording this video, in the last video when I finished recording, I was just basically looking at, hey, what does this thing mean? How does this connect to the mob scene, right? Like this is the main scene, right? How does this connect to the mob scene? So what is this mob scene and packed scene? But how does this connect to this, right? So this is exported and we say packed scene, but nowhere we say it's this particular scene, right? Because this can be named anything, right? This variable can be named anything. So the interesting part is this, right? So if you go to inspector and choose, say, one moment, the main grid. Interesting. Just a moment. Ideally, I should have seen a property called mob scene over here. Uh, let's see. Let me close this off and say main scene and main grid filter properties. Okay. Open scene. Interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and close this and open it again. One moment. Godot. Edit. Cool. So here is the main scene. And interesting. Okay, yeah. So if I choose the main scene over here, I can see the mob scene over here, the script variable, right? So if you go to the, yeah, I mean, this is the attached script, not this, not the player, sorry, the main. So the attached script in that this is this like your node. So here you can see, one moment. Yeah, if you click on this, you can see actually the script variables, which is this variable. And you can see the mob scene represented as capital M and the underscore being space and then scene. And this is being taken up as like, if you click here, one moment. Yep, if you click this, you can see that this is basically the mob.tscn, the name and whatnot, and local to scene and whatnot. And you can see the size of this and whatnot. So it's pretty much cool about how you can actually look at the whole details. This is what we did actually when we were moving the mob.tscn. So we were connecting this mob scene to this mob scene variable through the script variable by exporting it first and then like putting the value here. So that's the connectivity part. So this mob scene is basically this mob scene dot instance. You create a new instance. So you can see, okay, I guess this does not have any, definitions. I'm just going to leave it at that. So choose a random location on path 2D. Okay. So get node mob path, mob spawn location. Okay. Dot offset random integer, I guess. Unsigned 30-bit, so it's like positive integer, 30-bit integer. Okay, and you divide by, let's say, I mean, you do a modulus to get some smaller value. So, but this one we have actually created a really big value. Okay, set the mouse direction perpendicular to the path direction. Okay, rotation plus, okay, what is this rotation? Rotation and radians related to the node's parent. Okay, plus pi by 2. Okay, so pi is basically 180 degrees in math. So pi by 290. So you're rotating it. I mean, you're having, no, not rotating. You're just having the direction as that. Like, so the angle and then adding 90 to it and perpendicular basically. Set the mob's position to a random location. Okay, mob dot position, mob spawn location dot position. Okay, and the direction to be basically random range. I don't know what this is. Returns a random floating point value between from and to. Okay, both elements inclusive. This is equal to random 2 minus from plus from. Okay, 0, 1 to 0, 1. Cool. Um, Interesting. So it looks like this gives a value between 180 by 4, which is like 90 by 2, 45 degrees, minus 45 degrees to plus 45 degrees. And the rotation is basically this direction. So you are basically using the mob spawn location and random location on path 2D. So what is this? So you're getting the node, yeah. You're setting a random thing and the rotation and positions. These two are the same for these two. And okay. I'm still wondering what these mean though. Path follow 2D and path 2D. But I can see that the offset is random over here for this small location. This is the follow 2D, path follow 2D. And but these are all paths, yes. But I don't get the part about follow and things like that. So I don't have to read about that. So mobs one location position. So these two are the same though. The mobs position, which is basically mob scene, whatever mob you have, and the position of this. So whatever path you have, spawn location. So it's that position, and then the direction is like perpendicular, and I mean plus equal to. So you're actually doing this perpendicular and then some randomness, right? So then perpendicular and then some randomness minus 45 to plus 45 degrees. And then you say the rotation is that direction, and then the velocity is between 150 and 250. And yeah, I mean, that's the speed of in the direction of x, right? It's x and not y. So it's a linear velocity. So wait a moment. Vector 2, so it's basically x comma y. So you have some value over here and then comma y. And linear velocity is velocity dot rotated direction. So returns the vector rotated by angle. And this you also, okay. So spawn the mob by adding it to the main scene. Cool. So this is done, right? So info y pi in functions requiring angles, Godot uses radians, not degrees. Okay. So yeah, I mean it's just different formats, right? So pi is 180 degrees, pi radians. So we use radians, not degrees. Pi represents a half turn in radians, which is like 180 degrees. So 3.14, there's also tau, which is equal to 2 into y. If you're comfortable working with degrees, you'll need to use degree to rad and rad to degree functions to convert between the two. Cool. I think pi is pretty cool. I can make do with that. Let's test the scene to make sure everything is working. Add this new game called ready. Call to ready. Okay. So one moment. Randomize, and then player dot start. Okay. New game. Awesome. Save this. What is this, by the way? One moment without description start. Starts the timer set. Wait. Okay. So let's also assign main as a main scene. The one that runs automatically when the game launches. Press the play button and select the main scene and prompted. Okay, where's the play button? This is the play button. Command G. So no main scene has ever been defined. Select one. Change it later in project settings under the application category. Select current. I'm not sure. Select. Yep, this one. Cool. So now I can go up and down. Oh wow, interesting. Interesting. Ah, okay. My player died clearly. Um, Interesting. No more creeps were created. So I'm just wondering what happened here on mob timer out. So mob timer, when does it time out usually? Let's go here. Mob timer, time out. So when the timer reaches 0, okay. So game over, mob timer stop. So when your game is over, you stop your mob timer, right? So after that, it's not ticking. So um, and your game is over and you have the hit, right? So and oh, I can't go to the references, right? Game over, right? Wait. Mob player ready had it. So emit signal hit and then set defer disable. The default you consider really okay. So let me see, where is this hit thing coming up? Yep. Basically this hit signal is set up there in the player, and that invokes this game over. So basically, source is player or player object or like the node, and in that the script it signals hit, and then the target is main, and like you can see. So now this is pretty cool. So we have a game like, okay, these should be dead, but anyways, I'm gonna close this for now, and I'm gonna check out. Yeah, I had already I said another scene as the main scene. You can right click and in the file system dog and select as well as main scene. So move the player around, see mob spawning, and see the player disappear when hit by a mob. Yep. Ensure everything is working. Remove the call to new game and from ready. Okay. Cool. I will remove it. Where is it? I'll comment it out for now. I can't comment it. Can I comment it with Flash? Yep. Cool. What's a game like? Yeah, some user interface like the score and whatnot, right? In the next we'll add a right click screen and display the player score. Awesome. So final piece our game needs is a user interface. So it's called the heads up display, right? So I guess I'll probably do this tomorrow. It seems to be quite some stuff, and I'm sleepy, but not very sleepy, but I'm going to be sleepy once I reach somewhere between. So I figure I can do this tomorrow. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.